Hello friends, and welcome to another Pauper League. Today we're playing Orzhov Midrange, also known as Orzhov Pestilence. This version of the deck is a little more creature heavy than the ones that I've played previously. We're using Kor Skyfisher, Lone Missionary, Thraben Inspector, Guardian of the Guildpact, a whole bunch of different creatures, but the main creature interaction that I want to draw your attention to is Kor Skyfisher plus Omen of the Dead. So Omen of the Dead is kind of like a raised dead. It's an enchantment, but it has flash. And when it comes into the battlefield, you can return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. Now with Kor Skyfisher, we can return Omen of the Dead to our hand from the battlefield, which allows us to cast it over and over and over again. So, for example, if we Omen of the Dead, return a Kor Skyfisher, play the Skyfisher, return the Omen, play the Omen, and then get back another creature, Lone Missionary, or maybe even if we're really lucky, get Kor Skyfisher back multiple times. And this engine can actually create quite a bit of card advantage. Otherwise, we'll be looking to return one of our enter the battlefield creatures with Kor Skyfisher, maybe one of our lands, with an ETB effect or spare supplies. Spare supplies is actually a pretty great egg for these decks. We used to be running cards like, what is the name of that card? Prismatic something Prism? In any event, same mana cost, comes into the battlefield, draw a card, Prophetic Prism, that's the one. And you can filter your mana through it one at a time. Whereas spare supplies, it doesn't give us the ability to filter mana, but we can actually draw an extra card off of it. So this kind of feels like just the perfect egg for these decks to be running. Otherwise, don't have too much to be saying about this deck. We're running the full 4 Pestilence main. This card is bonkers, especially if we can get it into play at the same time as a Guardian of the Guildpact. And then, as far as the sideboard goes, not too many surprises. The full 4 of Dust to Dust. We've got another Prismatic Strands and the 4th Chainer's Edict. Circle of Protection red because we are a little bit weak to burn, but if we can manage to slam that on the board, we should be fine. And then Divest seems like it would be pretty good versus Affinity and even some creature-heavy decks. Yeah, we'll keep this a little bit heavy on the casting cost, but we got to turn 1 play, and if they are playing Infect, we got to cast down. I would say they are playing Infect. Okay. So I think I still want to just play Thraben Inspector first. Giving us a blocker, and we'll work towards the cast down. Metamon, hello. Listener Elf, yup. And, ooh, and that gives Trample. Ooh, it might have been a bad idea to play the Thraben Inspector. Maybe we wanted to play the Scoured Barrens last turn. Ugh. Hope we draw a Swamp. If we draw a Swamp, I'm doing pretty good. Swamp, swamp, swamp. Another Scoured Barrens, huh? C'est comme c'est. Play this, pass, and definitely blocking this turn. Maybe we will survive combat. Yep. Plant token's pretty good. Definitely blocking. And hope we survive. Oh, yeah! Nice! Okay, we do have to be rather careful here, though, because they could absolutely have Vines of Astwood. So if we cast down now, they can just Vines and then do their thing on their turn. I think that we probably just have to pass the turn and hold up cast down. And then if they don't kill us, we'll fire it off on their end step. Right, they would keep it up, but they wouldn't be able to use it to increase the damage. So we just wait, we take the hit, and then we only take the hit instead of dying. But it looks like we might just be dead anyways if they have anything. We're just, I mean, we can play the Guardian of the Guildpact here. We have one blocker, but we're still just dead to anything. So I'm wondering if Pestilence might just be the better play here. Because they'll be able to grow whatever we don't block. Then again, like, if they only have one pump spell, and we play Pestilence, then, you know, they get to get in for the 2 plus the 1 pump spell, whereas if we play Guardian, and they have mutagenic growth, we don't die. Like, if we're only, the only advantage to playing Guardian of the Guildpact there is we survive mutagenic growth. When they have 2 cards in hand, I'm not that interested in it. I think the Pestilence is just better, but I think we're still just dead here. It is a mutagenic growth. Well, we don't know what their last card in hand was, but unfortunate. We're bringing this. We don't need the Lone Missionary. And I guess at that point we might as well just present, right? I guess we could bring in Divest. Be able to hit some of their creatures out of their hand. I don't really need Omen of the Dead. What is the highest toughness their stuff has? 1. Well, I guess that's not entirely true. They do have the Augur, which is a 0/3. I mean, the Guardians block their creatures, though, right? And it has protection, so it can block their creature without getting -1/-1 counters and dying. Well, this is not going to work. Mulligan that. This is pretty good. We'll keep this one. And we'll get rid of... Snowing? No kidding. I could see the Thorn coming out. It is a fairly good blocker, though, being able to kill whatever creature it blocks. Alright, so no critter this turn. We'll return the swamp. There's an augur. Alright, so we'll get them to sacrifice that. I guess... Do we need them to sacrifice this? I could just play Spare Supplies this turn. Now, I spent a lot of time as a letter carrier, so a lot of the time I did not want to see the snow. Alright, so it looks like double Chainer's Edict this turn. Next turn, we should be able to put out Inspector and Pestilence. Ooh, Crypt Rats. That's interesting. Ooh, Nature's Claim my Pestilence. Yeah. So there is a question of whether or not I block here. Briar Shield's a pain. I think I'm just going to go ahead and block. Another Spare Supplies. If we activate the Crypt Rats, then we don't have the... Yeah, we can't actually kill this mirror with Crypt Rats. That's unfortunate. Let's draw an extra card. Do not find removal. So we might want to play Crypt Rats just as a blocker, and then we can Chainer's Edict next turn, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Nice, no creature. Get a Kor Skyfisher. Let's just Chainer's Edict them. Nice. Okay. We can start getting some draws here with Kor Skyfisher. Oh, nice draw. That gives me a little bit of safety. Let's play the Kor Skyfisher, return Spare Supplies. Replay Spare Supplies. Get a Thorn, not bad at all. Okay. We might have stabilized here. We have no Infect damage yet. Opponent does have 5 cards in hand. That's kind of scary, but we're fairly certain that none of them are creatures. Another Pestilence, great. Let's play this. Attack for 2. And then play Thorn and hold up. Prismatic. Rotwolf. Whenever a creature dealt damage by Rotwolf dies, you may draw a card. Okay. I want to sacrifice one of these Spare Supplies, draw an extra card. We get Cast Down, excellent. So we should just be fine at this point, I think. Because we have the Prismatic Strands. So many Prismatic Strands. Giant Growth. Sure. Ram Through. Okay. Let's try Cast Down in response. Snakeskin Veil. Sure. And then we'll prevent all green damage. All right. That gets us the W on that one. We got one more to go. Even game, but the opponent has the play this time. So super, super risky. Let's hope that we manage to find early discard, or sorry, early removal. Yeah, Omen of the Dead is amazing with Skyfisher. Like, you're guaranteed to get value from spare supplies, but Omen of the Dead has incredible synergy with the core soldier, especially if you have soldiers in the graveyard. Pete the DJ, thanks for the follow, friend. Oh no! Sorcerer's Queen has been disconnected. So there's a lot of reasons that this kind of thing can happen. Moto is quality program, so there are some bugs that can boot you out of the system. It could also just be your internet. Sometimes people get salty and leave. This is something that I would not consider for Sorcerer's Queen. We've played many matches in the past, so in my experience, Sorcerer's Queen has never been someone to salt out. So I'm not expecting it this time. I think this is just a common mistake or internet glitch or something. And yep, they've come back. So here we are again. Ooh, this hand is slow. I think we keep it. We have the Chainer's Edict, but this could be very punishing. A few bugs. Hey, yeah, glad you made it. Okay, so first turn Seal of Strength is actually really good for us. It's giving us a little bit of time, but I would really, really like to get an untapped land for next turn. Swamp or Plains. We have 9 of these lands. 7 swamps, 2 plains. Okay, Augur Pass. Okay. Alright, so we got Crossroads, not an untapped land. We're just going to play the Scoured Barrens here and Duress. I see, so they have Blight Mamba, Nature's Claim, and Giant Growth. So we'll just get rid of the Giant Growth here. And, yeah. Hope they don't draw a land. Also, I'm going to play my land for turn. Don't forget that. That would have been bad. Alright, any land. Another Augur. Chainer's Edict not looking too great right now. We're still going to cast it. start clearing these augurs out. And I think I would maybe rather play this. Play the Karoo over the Crossroads. If the life mattered, I would play the Crossroads, but it really doesn't. And we're not discarding a hand size or anything. Ah, they found the land, so they're going to be able to play the Blight Mamba now. But if they play Blight Mamba, I can potentially kill it with a cast down. So they do have to be careful about just slamming that onto the battlefield without any way to regenerate. Okay, no fear. Let's see if I can find cast down off the top. No. We do get Thraben Inspector, which is a blocker. Get rid of the Llanowar Augur here. Play Thraben Inspector and play the Scoured Barrens. Okay. All right, so what do we know? Ah, Briar Shield. Damn. That's a good one. That means they can attack in for free. So we know their hand. The maximum amount of damage they can deal right now is 7. I think we take this. Because we know we don't die here. Okay, we get cast down, and we know what they have. Okay, so this is the perfect time to just throw cast down at them. Because yeah, they can't regenerate, so let's just do that. And I think I actually play spare supplies here over the Kor Skyfisher. I'd like to look for some more removal. We know they have the answer to Pestilence in hand. I mean, they could answer this if they wanted, so what? Okay, sure. No big deal. Gets rid of one of their answers to Pestilence. Oh, we draw another cast down! Alright. Get rid of the Nature's Claim, so we know 2 of their 3 cards, and they don't have the 3rd land. Let's just go ahead and... I guess we can attack and then return the Thraben Inspector. Nice deck, thanks. I believe it was Sacrificed that got a trophy with this list a while back. And yeah, I like to copy other people's good decks. Yeah, exactly, Eli, the Infect guy, Sorceress Queen. Turn this, replay it. Play Bojuka Bog. And pass the turn. We have a clue to crack if they don't play a creature. If they do play Rotwolf, I'm just going to cast it down immediately. But I think this game is stabilized for us. Well, you're usually playing Burn, right? So that would be a very interesting matchup. Divest? I guess we can divest the Rotwolf. Burn Affinity, Mono Blue. Okay. Burn is pretty great. Another Thraben Inspector to draw a card. With a pair of cast downs, they do have a lot of ways to answer our answers, which is a little bit unfortunate. Do we want to crack the clue immediately? I could get a 4-drop. Let's go ahead and hit it. Maybe I get, okay, Crypt Rats. Yeah, sure. It'll be a good way to fireball to end the game. We do have to remember they have Nature's Claim. They could Nature Claim their own Seal of Strength. But I think this should be GG. We have a very, very strong deck versus what the opponent is doing. Yeah, this is a terrible matchup for sure. Oh, Metamon, I did not see you redeem. We will get to that in just a moment, my friend. I've seen it now. Thanks for speaking up. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Getting the well played from Sorcerer's Queen. Anyways, this hand here I am not happy with at all. We've got so many 4-drops and a single land. I'm throwing this one back. This one's fine. We'll keep this one. The question is, do we play first turn Duress? I think we do, especially with the opponent mulliganing as well. I think I might actually just get rid of Guardian of the Guildpact here. I don't know. It's difficult without knowing what the opponent is playing. Could get rid of the spare supplies. But that would be unfortunate if we drew a Skyfisher. Could just get rid of the Duress. Especially with the mulligans here, if like our Duress misses, that's just so bad. Okay, Mountain Goblin. What? We're playing against Goblins. Alright, so do we cast down the cohort? I think we do. This is just going to be like... It's kind of like killing the Goblin Guide. That thing is going to be crashing in for so much damage over the course of the game. Mog Conscripts, basically the same card. And we get Lone Missionary. I like Lone Missionary here. Gain some life, get a blocker. That's pretty good. And we'll absolutely trade first chance we get. Okay. Third Mountain from the Goblins. That's a good thing for us. Foundry Street Denizen. And Bushwhacker. Okay, so it looks like we're going to block one of their critters. I want to trade with the Denizen here. It's going to be a consistently better card than Mog Conscripts, I believe. Another Spare Supplies. Let's cast one of these. Draw a card. Cast another Spare Supplies. Edict, not bad. So we'll be able to play Guardian of the Guildpact, which will be a great blocker moving forward. And we can start taking these goblins out one at a time. But we don't exactly have a lot of time, because opponent has things like Lightning Bolt and Goblin Grenade, so they're going to be able to have a huge amount of reach, and they'll be able to do potentially like 10 damage out of nowhere. Alright, so they go for the Mog War Marshal. Good choice, especially with the Chainer's Edict in our hand here. I could go for Edict Spare Supplies, but I think just having a blocker here is too good to give up. Especially Guardian of the Guildpact. Alright, play Bojuka Bog. No real value to it, but still get something done here. Okay, ooh, Goblin Sledder. They're going to be able to get in for a ton here. Wow! And a Bushwhacker. Alright, so I guess we just block the conscripts and we're still going to take a ton. Hold on. I think I blocked the Sledder here, actually, so they can't continue to sacrifice their stuff. They only get the one opportunity. Yeah. Still take a ton, though. Start with spare supplies. Okay, that's no good. Chainer's Edict you. We've already played a land. I'm going to sacrifice one of these on their end step. Yep. So I have 2 cards left in hand. Oh no! Are we just dead? Stupid Mog Raider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we're dead. But they have to sacrifice everything in order to do it, and my last card could be cast down. So it is a risk to go for it here. Oh, they do go for it. Yep, you got us. Good job. Alright, so we're going to bring in Prismatic Strands, Circle Protection Red, Crypt Rats. Get rid of the Duress. I'm not a big fan of Chainer's Edict in this matchup. Divest might actually be better. I don't know about that, honestly. I think we can probably just present with what we have. Dust to Dust is no good. Edict is no good. Like, I don't really see the benefit of Divest in this matchup. They're just going to be playing their hand out, so we could end up drawing Divest while they're empty-handed. Let's just submit with this. I could definitely see, like, Divest could be very, very good if we're able to, like, take a, what's name? Bushwhacker out of their hand. Hand is okay, it has Cast Down, Crypt Rats, Missionary, the lands are awkward, but I'm going to keep it. Foundry Street Denizen, okay. Yeah, so there's nothing we can do here with our 1 mana. Let's just play this. Just for 2 this turn. Play this. Oh, they have a lightning bolt? Yep. We'll be able to Prismatic Strands next turn, but not this turn. So they're going to be able to smash in for quite a bit here. Could Omen of the Dead return Lone Missionary? We could also hold up Prismatic Strands, and if we don't want to Strands, then we could Omen and Cast Down. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold up Prismatic Strands. Take 3. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's true. We could just Prismatic, because then we can flash it back. Goblin Grenade, we're going to want a Prismatic now anyway. So we took 3, but we got the Goblin Grenade. Nice. Opponent concedes to the Omen of the Dead for Lone Missionary and holding up Prismatic Strands. Okay. So we got one more game to go. Interesting way that last turn played out. The opponent's last turn, taking the 3 damage, and then they invested in the Goblin Grenade, and we were able to get that. If we had cast the Prismatic Strands during combat, they would have been able to keep it. This hand is interesting. I think I have to keep this. Slow again, but, you know, if we manage to keep a Circle Protection red out, I mean, that's basically GG. Plains off top? Not that lucky. So I'm looking at discarding Prismatic Strands if we have to discard a hand size. We get another Basilica. Okay, nothing to do with our black mana. Discard Strands. Scary stuff. Alright, so we get to play the Thraben Inspector and the Circle Protection, I think. They could bolt the Inspector, which isn't great. So we could play the Kor Skyfisher as well. I'm going to play this Circle Protection and hope we get another turn. Oh, they're bolting us. Okay. Figured for sure they would bolt the Thraben Inspector there. Heel Cutter. Sure. Hey, well, glad that you made it, Oval. Thanks a lot for coming by, and I appreciate the kind words. Thanks for watching my YouTube stuff. I really like how, let me just check, make sure that doesn't tap my creature. Just can't block, okay. I really like how Twitch and YouTube, like, bring people towards each platform. Red. Oh, and another Prismatic Strands off the top. Love to see it. Alright, we just passed the turn. Do we attack? I mean, why not, right? Could have played Crypt Rats, maybe. Crypt Rats is going to be pretty good in a turn or two. Yeah, I'm thinking, like, if we force Circle here, they could have, like, 2 Goblin Grenades. I'm thinking I might just Prismatic Strands again. It does suck that I'm not going to be able to crack the Clue token because of this, but prevent a bunch of damage. A Lone Missionary, nice. Play the Missionary. We got Strands in the graveyard. And I can hold up 2 for the Cop. And if they don't make me use the Circle Protection, then I can crack the Clue. Sure, Goblin Slider's a good one. Means I might have to use Prismatic Strands this turn. It also means Crypt Rats is less effective. Oh, interesting. Okay. Go to blocks. Block here. Block here. Actually cancel this. Might actually be good to just use the Strands this turn right now. Because then I get to keep my creatures. And I get to crack my Clue this way. Okay. Get another... Ooh, Pestilence is nice. So I could Pestilence for 2? Or I could Crypt Rats for 3. Yeah, I think Pestilence for 1 is pretty good. Yep, with Circle Up. I like it. I mean, they'll be able to protect their Sledder, sacrifice. Maybe I should have attacked with Lone Missionary first. Should have attacked with Lone Missionary first. Alright, so they're sacking a thing, putting a counter on the Sledder, sure. Let that happen. And if they try and sacrifice another thing, then I can just activate the Pestilence again. Okay, so yeah, I think I activate Pestilence again here. Or I could just leave them with 2 cards. No, I don't get to, yeah, I don't get to ambush the thing, so this is fine. I'll just lose my Missionary. And hold up, Cop. Cop Red. I go 1 more and I get rid of these conscripts. There's a Matron, sure. Wonder if I should have activated Pestilence, forcing them to sacrifice something. Well, War Marshal's okay, but not great. I think I'm just going to Circle Protection this. Okay, opponent concedes. I was going to Pestilence for 1, and then play Guardian of the Guildpact and hold up 2 more on Pestilence or Circle Protection. But yeah, like we seem to have this locked up. We still have very high life total, Sword Protection Red, Pestilence to be able to clear their board. And once we put down True Name Nemesis here, yeah, it was pretty locked up. GG's. We're not going to get any value out of this Kor Skyfisher with this hand. But we're on the play. Let's just hope we draw something, I guess. Go get planes with Ash Barrens. Alright, we're up against control deck. One of the blue fairy styles. Another Pestilence. I think we just play this. Like, playing Kor Skyfisher here, returning one of our lands, is pretty bad. Oh no, they're just going to be able to ninja here. Oh, this is so bad. Should have mulliganed to a hand where we could play cards. Okay, this is pretty good. We have a thing we can cast, and we have a thing we can return. Next turn, maybe we can slam a Guardian or a Pestilence. If we can resolve a Guardian, that's pretty good. It's hard for them to deal with that. Alright, looks like Guardian this turn. They're drawing 2 cards off of Ninja is really painful. Having a flyer here means they could just slam another one. Oh, well, I think we're priced into our play. Need a blocker. I think Pestilence would have been a fine play as well. Oh, well, they don't know about the Pestilence, so maybe we can resolve that. We could have Counterspell here, but let's see what we get. Okay, no Ninja. Does Pestilence resolve? Alright, so they do have Counterspell. I wanted to save that 1 mana up to be able to do the thing, but I guess we're just going to go ahead and Duress them now. Take their other Counterspell. And pass the turn back. So hopefully we can get a Pestilence to resolve this turn coming. Okay, Brainstorm. Which means I really don't have any idea of what their hand is anymore. Ponder. Chooses to shuffle. So yeah, we do not know that they have these cards anymore. They might not. Get a swamp. Pestilence. Nice. I'm just going to use this twice immediately. Get rid of their critters. Yeah, let's just go ahead and attack, I guess. Seems like a pretty good spot. We are way down on cards compared to their cards in hand, but our board is super good. Chooses to shuffle with a first ponder after a brainstorm. Now they ponder again and choose to shuffle, and they concede. Guard of the Guildpact and Pestilence, True Name Nemesis. Too good. Alright, so what are we going to do against this deck? I think I want Crypt Rats. Chainer's Edict doesn't seem very good. I mean, we could bring in Divest. I don't want the extra Prismatic Strands, but I'm fine with having some. I think the Duress are a little bit better than the Divest in this matchup, but Divest being able to hit like Spellstutter Sprite is super good. So I might want some number of Divest in there, depending on how we end up sideboarding. Lone Missionary doesn't seem that important. Yep. Ready for Affinity. 4 Divest, 4 Dust to Dust. We have seen no Affinity this league. Maybe next match. This hand is okay. Thraben Inspector off the top? Oh, what's this? Join the boring club. You know me, I just like to play everything. Yeah, you are. I recognize you. You've been here a long time, Mr. Grey Fox. You got the VIP status, which means you can post links in chat. Okay, here comes the ninja, so we'll just Chainer's Edict on our turn. Hey, thanks for continuing to come around to watch my stream. Oh, that Chainer's Edict was about as good as it could possibly get. Let's play these spare supplies, draw a card, and play one of these Basilicas. Get rid of the planes, I think. Keep the black mana on the board. Interesting, just slamming that Ash Barrens down. They have 2 ninjas here? It might just be ninja hold up counterspell. That's what it is, alright. So, if they have actual counterspell, then the Crypt Rats aren't going to be very good. But if we let them untap, then they're going to be able to spell starter the Crypt Rats. No, not necessarily, because we'll have the extra mana for the cast down next turn. Oh, I did not see who actually won the Sunday challenge. It might be, but I got this deck list from last week. It was just something that Sacrificed had 5-0'd with. I think I really want the Crypt Rats to resolve next turn. I might throw down the Guardian of the Guildpact, take a counterspell out of their hand here. Another ninja. Wow. Oh, they're tapping low. They'll probably have another land to play here. Oh, this is really good. We're going to be able to Crypt Rats their whole board. Three for one there. Okay, that's a good one. Going to be a hard time taking that back. I would agree with that. It's a little bit clunky, but once you get the engine going, it feels pretty strong. So we play the Thraben Inspector, then we have 4 mana, Chainer's Edict, cast down, kill their 2 creatures. Yeah, just draw good cards all the time. Duh. I want to kill everything here while they're tapped out. And they're going to be forced to kill Thraben Inspector or put up a blocker. Okay, good blocker. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So we can flashback Chainer's Edict. Oh, they get Snuff out, so they can snuff out Thraben Inspector. It's pretty good. Really looking for our Monarch. So we could Chainer's Edict, get rid of this, or we could start drawing cards. I think I would rather draw cards. Divest. With the 2 mana up there, Divest is so risky. We might be better off to just crack our clue here. Because I don't want to throw my Divest into their Spellstutter Sprite. You mean Inspector Clouseau? The Inspector got snuffed out. Yeah, and they're holding up Spellstutter Sprite here. Bojuka Bog a little bit late. Ooh, Kor Skyfisher's not bad. Mono black control. That is a deck that some people play. It is. It's become a very common joke. Oh, they got counterspell for that. All right, so now I'm going to divest. See if we can hit a Spellstutter Sprite. Oh, another Gurmag Angler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we take the Spellstutter Sprite and then we Bojuka Bog. Might even just take the Gurmag Angler anyway. Leave them with the Spellstutter Sprite we know about. We're probably just dead regardless. Kind of seems like every time I've been paired up against mono black control, I've actually lost. Which I guess is fair because I keep on making fun of the deck. Oh, Burn just, you know, like, creams mono black control. There's no contest. Nice. All right. Draw a card, I guess. Crypt Rats. Seem pretty dead. So let's see here. Crypt Rats, and then we have 2 mana, which is not enough to kill Augur of Bolas, because I used this swamp. We could have, like, went down to 1, but as is, I think we're just dead here. I'm going to draw an extra card. Yeah. Hey, life is doing okay. I get to play Magic, so pretty good. How you doing? We could bring in Spellbomb, I just don't think it's good enough. Magic is okay. Yeah, Magic is pretty okay. What was it? I was playing against someone who was playing Wrenchmind main deck the other day. I was playing the Black Sack, and I'd be like discarding Vault of Whispers, discarding Putrid Mirror. Is that the right thing? Is that the right card? Volatile Mirror. Anyways, yeah, they just had like main deck Wrenchmind. It was 2 mana, make me discard 1 card of my choice. It wasn't very good. Oh, you got a day full of meetings. Lame. I didn't realize people still had meetings. Wrenchmind is super bad. Give me him to Turak. Two lands. We get to Duress first turn. Hold up, cast down. But we don't have any way to play Lone Missionary. Our hand doesn't go anywhere after the cast down. Not super impressed with it, but we're going to try it. What? Oh, that's bad. That's super bad. Threw the Duress into nothing. And we didn't get the white mana. We drew a basic swamp. Rough, buddy. Alright. Maybe they'll miss too? They missed on the Augur of Bolas. Another Duress? So let's see, we know 4 cards. What else are we doing with our turn? Let's go Duress. We got one. Nice. Oops. Deleted too many cards there. White source. They reveal Snuff Out. We get an Edict. Play Lone Missionary and Edict. Hey, I really appreciate that, Mr. Grey Fox. I mean, otherwise I would have no idea what y'all were saying. I've always found it very impressive how so many people are multilingual, especially once you go outside of North America. 1, 2, that's 5. I guess we'll just try and slam Pestilence. I hope the suffering was worth it for you. But being able to be understood, being able to communicate with more people, always seems like a good thing. And it looks pretty good from where I'm sitting. But then again, that's true. I don't have to hear your accent. I just get to see the curated text that you put onto the chat here. All right, so here comes Thorn. They have Snuff out for our Missionary. I was kind of hoping they would cast it so I could cast my Omen of the Dead. The worst English comes from England. Oh, you're so right. I think we're going to lose this game. I was just thinking about, what was that, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels? I remember watching that movie a lot when I was a teenager. The, what is that called? The Cockney rhyming slang? That stuff's ridiculous. Oh, yeah. You're right there, Oval. Plenty of bad English wherever you look. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could Chainer's Edict. Or we could Missionary Divest. Yeah. These discard spells have just been a pain for me. I should have just removed them all. They've just been the worst. You know, if I'd had the other one, if I had Duress there, it would have been fine. Okay. I've just been hitting the wrong one. You know how luck is sometimes. Oh! Funny thing, Mr. Grey Fox, those are actually initialisms. And this is a thing that native English speakers also get wrong quite often. Um, an acronym is something that you can say, like ASAP or NASA. And an initialism is something you cannot say. It doesn't make sense, like FBI, CIA. You can't actually like say those like a word. They have Devour Flesh. If I play this Guardian of the Guildpact, I just lose it. Watch Magic and get an English lesson too. English is full of weird stuff. Yeah, I could. I could absolutely do that. I was considering it earlier, and if I do that, then I lose the opportunity to be able to combo it with Kor Skyfishers. Uyibushibushaba. What? No point in using the Omen right now. I think we're just dead. The opponent has too much card advantage. They've kept the Monarch for too long. Not even worried about it. I know that a lot of my viewers uh, hail from places other than North America, where I am living. It's, you know, one of the things about the time slot that I have. Oh, they drew Counterspell too. And here's a Gurmag Angler. Yeah, this game's over. Not breaking the curse today, friends. Hey, the Mixed Slash with the Prime sub for 3 months. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Bottom, bottom. It's me, Mario. Hello, handsome. Ash Barrens. That's not what I was looking for. Yeah, there's no way that we can come back in this game. No way. I'm gonna concede. GG's. Dimir Faeries, too strong. This hand looks really bad. We can't cast any of our spells. And this is not much better. We have a 1-land hand, which also cannot cast any of our spells. We'll mulligan. I guess we have to keep this one. I think we can probably get rid of Prismatic Strands. And maybe the Guardian. So bad. Oh, handsome. Parlez-vous français? Alright, catch you next time, buddy. Island Ponder from Saden Raken. What are you doing? You just playing the best deck today? Or is this something special? I mean, it could still just absolutely be familiars. What does the new show and tell command do exactly? Well, so we actually had it redeemed earlier today. It's a once a day kind of a thing. And I show you a thing. So I collect a lot of things besides magic cards. I'll show you a piece from my collection. All right, well, thanks a lot for coming by, Eli. Yeah, Mr. Grey Fox, I have seen that Demonic Tutors have been getting excellent results. And I've also noticed that the percentage of people playing the deck has also gone up significantly. All right, so we're going to throw the Kor Skyfisher into Prohibit. Oh, they don't have it. Nice. Turn Spare Supplies. Play the Basilica. Return the, I think, the Crossroads. We don't necessarily need the life. It might have been better to return the Swamp. Okay, there's a Familiar. So I think we can just slam Pestilence. It's going to be hard for them to remove. They can't prohibit Pestilence yet. Yeah, this is a very fun deck. If you're into what the deck does, right? It can be extremely grindy. Some people don't like it at all, but personally, I think it's super fun. Muldrifter evoked. Oh, they're gonna draw so many cards. Sunscape Familiar has to be one of the best commons ever printed. I mean, that's pretty tough. Pretty tough competition. Muldrifter, Lightning Bolt. There's some really good commons. Okay, they have one counterspell. And they have Ephemerate up. So I'm thinking probably Pestilence for 2? Could attack with Kor Skyfisher first. Ah, Gitaxian Probe. I miss that card so much. Okay. I think we'll just play the Crossroads and pass now. I could try and throw down the cast down, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have Prohibit. Oh, they're just going to ephemerate the... Yeah, that makes sense. That way it goes back into the graveyard. Oh, Manamorphose, Dark Ritual. Mortuary Mire on the Muldrifter. Yup. There's so many good banned cards in Pauper. It is kind of ridiculous. Alright, I'm going to try and cast down Sunscape Familiar here. Make them use one of their prohibits. Okay, so the question is, do we try and cast down the Sunscape Familiar again? If they have... I think we cannot cast down. I think cast down would be bad. I'd be interested in playing Spare Supplies. And maybe cycle for a Swamp, hold up 3 mana on Pestilence. Okay. And then on their end step, I could Pestilence for 3. Is Pestilence plus Guardian a mini combo? Yeah, absolutely. It's, I don't know, like, if you could necessarily call it a combo, but it's definitely a powerful synergy. Okay. So they just let that go. I was kind of worried about an Ephemerate there. Ah, Cemetery Gate. Yeah, that's a classic. There's also, what is the name of that camel? Alright, so we're going to go to the end step here, and I might consider cracking Pestilence. They could Ghostly Flicker, save everything, but then I could just kill everything on their next turn. Camel of the Dead. I don't remember what it was called exactly. It might have been like a Pachyderm, but it was like a 1/5 for 5 mana. Whenever it's dealt damage, you gain life. That's the one. That's exactly the one. And we're also just like sort of winning with Pestilence, right? Thraben Inspector. Ah, Fungasaur? Sure, you got a Prohibit. I got another Thraben Inspector. Play this. Guess I'll return the Crossroads. Crack a Clue. Omen of the Dead? Nice. Cast Omen of the Dead. Oh, I should not have cast this, actually. I should have waited. It has Flash. That was a small mistake. Hopefully we don't get punished for it. But yeah, I could have held up 2 mana here and then played Omen of Dead on the end step. But this means that they won't be able to prohibit. It also means that I cannot respond to Muldrifter if they have a Evoke here, or Ephemerate. But then again, if they Ephemerate, then I could lose Pestilence. Oh, that's a good one. Alright, so we'll Pestilence for 1, and then Pestilence for a bunch. Just kill all their stuff. So that's 4, 5, 6. Not enough for lethal yet. I'm going to attack with Thraben Inspector. Okay, they concede. Saving time. Thank you for that. The Pestilence on board is just too hard for them to deal with, I think. Not too sure what I'm going to do for sideboard. I want to bring the Crypt Rats in. Prismatic Strands doesn't seem very good in this matchup. We're going to take those all the way out. I think I actually like Spellbomb. Oh yeah, Reverent Silence. I have played that before. Although recently I've been playing, I got enough time here to show you this wicked enchantment removal that I have for my Wildfire decks. This is it. Multani's Decree. Gain 2 life for each enchantment destroyed this way. Do I want the Divest? Divest seems pretty good in this matchup. Seeds of Innocence. Come on, MtG bot, you got a job to do. Show me Seeds of Innocence. I like the Chainer's Edict in this matchup as well. Oh yeah, it does that sometimes. Destroy all artifacts. Wow, they can't be regenerated. The controller of each of those artifacts gains life equal to his mana value. I mean, sure, but when you destroy all those lands, they get 0 life. For 3 mana? That seems amazing. Actually, I like taking out Missionary here. So we can bring 1 discard spell back in. Duress or Divest? I think Duress. Not great, but I think it's keepable. We at least have things to do. And Spellbomb could be quite good. Get another Guardian. Not too interested in the second. So we can play the Crossroads here, or we could just play the untapped land and cycle the Ash Barrens. Oh no, Rod. That is a card. I thought I had 4 of those, but it looks like I only have 2 no rods. I was going to sell a bunch of them, but no dice. Oh, Mirage. That was a great set. I don't know, like it kind of it has this flavor of nostalgia. Mirage and that series. That was when I was, originally playing as a kid. I started in Ice Age and played through, I think until like Torment, I think was when I stopped the first time. Yeah, no rod. 115. It's worth a bunch. Alright, so we got 3 mana. I probably just spare supply Spellbomb, right? No rod's really expensive, yeah. That's why I was thinking I had 4 of them. I was so happy, and then, oh no, I only have 2. Womp womp. Alright, let's play Spare Supplies, draw a card. Oh. Well, that would have been a nice land to play this turn. I'm going to play the Spellbomb pass. I gotta be moving a little bit faster here. Satan is a specialist on familiars, so there's absolutely no way that I could possibly time Satan out. So I need to make sure that I'm playing fast enough that I don't get timed out. So we're just going to go ahead and activate the Spellbomb, get rid of their lands. We get no value out of it. So maybe we should have just used Ash Barrens there. Ooh, selling a Mind's Desire to pay 1 month rent? Nice. What year they released Mirage? I do not know off the top of my head. Has anyone got that data? Could slam Guardian. That doesn't feel very good. Guardian's not necessarily any good in this matchup. Crypt Rats could be pretty good if we can get that down. Let's just slam Crypt Rats. They could have actual counterspell. Okay, they don't. We'll play this. Return basic swamp. And pass turn. 96, thank you. Last Breath. That's right, they do have answers to these things. Okay. Satan Raken with all the answers to what I'm doing. Holding up Prohibit or Counterspell. Let's start with Spare Supplies. Let's draw cards. Get a Pestilence. Okay. They're probably holding up like Counterspell specifically for Pestilence. I'm going to play another Spare Supplies. Get a Thraben Inspector. Do we play the Inspector? I think I want to cycle the Ash Barrens. I'm going to pass. Oh yeah, Lion's Eye Diamond. Those things were worth nothing when they came out. Alright, just going to go get Swamp. Hall of Gemstone. End of each player's upkeep, player chooses a color. Until end of turn, lands tap. Huh. That's wild. Alright, so we get cast down. I think I'm just going to slam a Guardians of the Guildpact here. And pass the turn. Oh, we got their counterspell. Okay. They still have 4 cards in hand, so they could have more counter magic. Kind of want to just cast this down, honestly. Not the best target, but they're tapped out, so let's get rid of that creature. It's funny. I mean, it's not always funny, but like sometimes the way the timing works, you know, like maybe you make the right choice and you sell it at a high point, but for a lot of cards, you know, the longer you hold on to it, the better it is. Like, I've been holding on to some of my dual lands for ages. No choice there. We just go ahead and take one of the Archaeomancers. What did they have? Negate, Echoing Truth, Prohibit. So yeah, they counter the Pestilence, no problem, but they can't counter the Guardian this turn. Well, yeah, what is it? I have an Underground Sea, a pair of Bayou, and a Savannah and a Scrubland. Yeah, want to prohibit my Thraben Inspector? Apparently so. Okay. Chaomancer, get back Counterspell. Get a Scoured Barrens. So we can attack for 2. If we try and Pestilence, they're gonna counter it. So I'm just gonna play Scoured Barrens. I think I'll crack the Clue. Yeah, I should have cracked the Clue before I played the land. I could draw Karoo here. Alright, I'm gonna do Chainer's Edict you. Stasis. Oh, nice. 4 duels. Decent. All right, we got rid of 1 negate. And now we have spare supplies up, so I'll crack a spare supplies on the end of their turn. Echoing Truth, my spare supplies. Doesn't seem very good here. Another Guardian. I mean, as far as things to do with your magic money, that's a really good one. Alright, so if we play Pestilence, they just have it. It prohibits down here. I think I can probably just play another Guardian safely. No, that's right. They picked up Counterspell. I knew that. So they still have Negate, so we cannot play Pestilence. I'm going to sack another Spare Supplies. Okay. Yeah, just all the counter magic. Counter magic forever. Plays Ash Barrens. Oh, Sunscape, familiar. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, there's the negate. So I've got almost everything out of their hand, which means we'll be able to cast the Pestilence. They have Echoing Truth and 1 other card, and plus the card they drew. I think they've already played this Plains. Oh, Deep Analysis, draw a bunch more cards, but they go to 6. Another Sunscape familiar. Archaeomancer, damn it. So they're going to be able to get Counterspell back with that. Ooh, 45 kilos of Draft Chaff. I got a little bit of that hanging around myself. I try and like sort it out into Pauper stuff that I might potentially want to keep. But then, you know, I don't get rid of the other stuff. Okay, Prohibit. I mean, that's still good. With the 2 Sunscape familiars down, they'll be able to easily cast that. I think I'm going to want to cash in my last spare supplies here. We get to take a peek. This would be way better if it was Duress, but it's Divest. So we get to take a peek and see what they have at least. Oh, they're going to prohibit this. Wow. So we can slam Pestilence now. Ghostly Flicker. Oh, damn it. They have the Flicker. So they can Flicker, get the Prohibit, prohibit the Pestilence. Oh, they grab Negate instead. Okay. Regardless, that's really, really bad for us. I think we... Oh, fuck, I was supposed to attack. So flustered I didn't even attack. Terrible sequencing. Alright, I'm putting myself down for a punt on that one. Just the worst. Think we would have been able to win there if I had sequenced that properly. I don't know if he would have had enough mana, actually, because we would have got the Pestilence down, and they would have had Echoing Truth to still answer it, and we wouldn't have had the mana in order to actually, like, activate the Pestilence and clear the board. Still feels bad. Not attacking in with the Guardian of the Guildpact last turn. That's the worst part. I'm gonna leave the Duress in hand. Maybe we can draw another Pestilence. Yeah, yeah, it definitely would have been way better if I had used the Duress and maybe got the Pestilence down. But yeah, would have definitely been better. And thank you for the follow. I'm gonna have to try and say your name now. Vafrunder. Thank you for the follow, friend. Oh, there's God Pharaoh's Faithful, so they're just going to be able to gain Unbound Life at this point. I think we can actually just scoop here. I don't think we can possibly get back into this game now. They basically have their combo, so they're going to be able to hold up, counterspell and prohibit, and just, you know, like gain life and get whatever, however many cards they want. So I guess the missed attack with the Guardian of the Guildpact wasn't that big a deal because they still would have been able to, like, they would have been at 2 life instead of 4, but they would gain, you know, as many life basically as they want. I think that was actually infinite. White mana. Damn. Okay, they prohibit my Divest. Oh, don't have anything else to do. Go ahead. Here comes Muldrifter. I kind of like play Island Muldrifter. Maybe they don't have the island anymore. What can they do to Guardian? Nothing. No! Speaking of nothing. It's my fault. I kept the hand without any white mana, and I can't even cast this down because they could have Ephemerate in response. Just the worst. This is what I get for keeping hands like this. I should have mulled it. Yeah, and they get to Ephemerate because I have no cast down now. I've been in this situation many times. Sometimes it's us, sometimes it's the opponent. Alright, we're just going to use the Spellbomb now, draw an extra card. Hey, Ash Barrens! Get a Plains. I think probably just spare supplies, honestly. Try and find that 4th land. Yup. Alright, untapped land. We get to slam Pestilence. Oh, tapped land! Think I'm going to cast down the Godpharaoh's Faithful. No, that isn't very good. I think I'm just going to Thraben Inspector. And then I can use the 2 mana to crack the clue. Look for another land. Do have to be a little bit worried about the creatures crashing in for 3 damage every turn. Not generally that Familiars has a clock, but since we haven't been playing any creatures, they do have that opportunity. Don't know what's going on here. Might be a connection issue. Okay, here we go. Thraben Inspector, pass turn. Okay, that's scary. I think I'm going to try to cast down the Sunscape Familiar here. Attacking with Godpharaoh's Faithful. I mean, I don't have a block for it, and it saves the time off their clock to attack like that. Try and cast this down. Okay, so they are going to Ghostly Flicker in response. So they've got Counterspell up. Counterspell or Negate. Oh, they Brainstorm. So they're looking for Negate. No, they found it. I think this is it. Chaomancer, Ghostly Flicker. Yeah, this is combo time. So at this point, they just have Unbound Life. So I'm going to concede. They have 2 Familiars, plus Archaeomancer, Godpharaoh's Faithful, and Ghostly Flicker. So they can flicker Archaeomancer and Island, and then they can do this as many times as they want because I'm tapped out. I have no response. And they'll be able to gain as much life as they want from there. It would take time off their clock, but they're very quick. Got all the lands this time. Let's hope we don't draw any more. This would be a sweet hand if we're playing against, like, Burn. Terramorphic Expanse. I think I just want to play Thraben Inspector here. Play the Crossroads. Alright, so it looks like we're playing against Dimir again. Oh, it's Is It? That's a horse of a different color. Yeah, indeed. It's Scred. Scred Red. So this is going to be very similar to the Dimir list, but instead of Snuff Out, they're playing Scred. They also play Lightning Bolt. Oh, Cleansing Wildfire. This is not something I expected to see. Or I would not have played my lands out like that. Okay, yep, you got me. Go get another swamp. Wow, yep, that hurt. So maybe we're not playing against Scred. Maybe this is something else. Or maybe opponent has just decided that, you know, Cleansing Wildfire is one of the best things to happen to Pauper ever. Okay, so yeah, this is not, is it? This is Grixis. This might be the Grixis combo deck. Because we just played against a Familiars deck. There's a Grixis Familiars deck as well. Yeah, they probably play artifact lands. Grixis Weber, nice. Okay, they're going to Lightning Bolt, sure. Yeah, if any of the viewers didn't know, I'm sure most of you know who Alexander Weber is, but Weber is a very, very talented Pauper player. So I'm thinking we just slam another Missionary here, slam a tap land, and pass. Well, we had to get rid of the other one because it wouldn't be right to have two Lone Missionaries on the board. That doesn't make any sense. I think we'll play the Swamp here so I can crack a Clue or hold up Cast Down. We might be able to destroy a key piece of their combo. Don't know exactly what they're doing yet, but 3 colors like this is scary. Okay, there's the bridge and pieces of the puzzle. So I'm thinking this is a snake deck. Yeah, Serpentine Curve. Reveal 5 cards. Put Serpentine Curve, Ash Barrens, and Counterspell. Okay, so they kept Cleansing Wildfire and Cast Down. We're going to crack our Clue. Get Duress. Nice. Duress you. They have another Curve. Curve and Fling. Could just take the Fling, and then we have the answer to the Curve. We could also just take the Curve, and then they don't have anything to do. I think I kind of want them to put the Curve down, because then we can use our removal spells. I'm going to get rid of Fling, so we don't get got by it. Oh, and they concede. Nice. Okay. So let's see here. Divest looks fairly bad. Dust to Dust doesn't look very good. Like, it's going to be able to hit a couple of lands, but I don't think that it's necessarily... I don't know, like, it might be worth it. We didn't see a lot of artifact lands, but I imagine they're going to have at least 8 artifact lands to really, like... should be at least 8. Probably way more. I'm surprised we didn't see any, like, Seed of the Synod or whatever. Are we expecting any graveyard stuff? That's a good question, too. Like, what does Serpentine Curve actually say? I need to read the actual card. Serpentine Curve. It exiles as well? Yeah, that's what I was wanting to look. You own an exile and in graveyard. So yeah, in that case, I'm not interested in Spellbomb. I'm really interested in Strands. Circle of Protection red, I think actually as well. Because the token... Oh, it's green and blue. Okay, the token is green and blue, not red. So Circle of Protection red would only be for Fling. I'm only going to bring in one then. Pestilence doesn't look very good. Neither does Crypt Rats. I like the removal spells. Alright, I think I'm actually fine like this. If we see a lot more artifact lands in Game 2 and we go to a Game 3, I'll bring in Dust to Dust. But from the lands that we were seeing, they might be like hedging on just getting one bridge down, and then that's enough. I just didn't see enough artifacts for Dust to Dust. Although imagine how good Divest would be if we managed to hit their bridge. Alright, let's get back into it. We're probably going to see, like, all artifact lands this time. Not great. We have stuff to do. Divest doesn't say non-land. Yeah. Artifact or creature. How could you take a land? It says artifact or creature. Artifact lands. Let's go. Creature lands. Take your Dryad Arbor. Let's go. This is probably another bad hand keep, but here we are. Alright, we're on the opponent's turn. I have nothing to do. I'm going to 6. And that way we won't use any of our clock during the opponent's turn. Yeah, that's what I figured. We're going to see so many bridges now. And we're going to wish we brought in Dust to Dust. You got Spellstutter Spray? Figure they probably don't play Spellstutter Sprite in this deck. They want a lot of instants and sorceries. So I think the only creatures they probably run would be the, what is the name of that card? We just saw it earlier. The 1/3 for 2 mana, Augur of Bolas. I think Augur of Bolas might be the only creature they run. Gaining this incidental life might actually just put us out of range of their fling. Well, only one bridge, but they do have the Wildfire for it, so that's going to allow them to ramp. Wildfire seems really good in a Serpentine Curve deck. Allowing them to ramp, getting the card in the graveyard, drawing a card, just seems like everything they want. Alright, I guess we attack, play Lone Missionary, play tap land. And then maybe, I guess I want to get Guardian down first before Pestilence, and then I can start using Pestilence to do extra damage every turn. So yeah, we're at 28, making it just that little bit more difficult for them to kill us. Meanwhile, we got a little bit of a clock going here. Omen of the Dead, nice draw. So if they counter our Guardian of the Guildpact, we can get it back. And Omen of the Dead and Kor Skyfisher, that's a really strong synergy. I'm really hoping they just go for a kill. Like, cast down my Lone Missionary would be pretty ideal here. Nope. Alright, we're going to throw the Guardian into whatever they have. So, yeah, counterspell. Yeah. We'll bring it back next turn with Omen of the Dead. Oh, they're tapping low for pieces. Oh, wow, they only got Duress. And Bolt for the Missionary? Sure, that's great. They're tapped out. Do we get untapped land? No, but we just get Guardian. Okay, I'm slamming the Guardian here. What deck are they on? They're playing Grixis Serpentine Curve. Okay, Duress, sure. It's actually pretty good here. They can take the Omen of the Dead. They could also take Pestilence. Pestilence is pretty good in this scenario. I'm going to be able to do an extra 3 damage per turn with Pestilence. So that really increases the clock. Whereas Omen of the Dead is going to let me get... yeah, okay, that's fair. Omen of the Dead would let me return a lot of creatures. Pieces of the puzzle again. We've already seen the Duress. Oh, they got everything this time, so they're going to be able to get something pretty nice. Let's see what they put back, or rather put into the graveyard. Probably hold Lightning Bolt. Okay, no, they throw the Lightning Bolt, they throw the Counter Spell, and the Preordain, so they keep the Fling. Kor Skyfisher. Attack with these. I'm just going to throw down the Pestilence this turn. Like I said, that gets us a little bit of extra damage. Sure. I mean, that's fine, because Pestilence was going to kill that Thraben Inspector anyways. Now they could... Okay, no, they tap that for black. Oh, well, that's an easy one. There's only 2 spells there available for them. And I've already got a 2-turn clock here. So I'm going to play the Scoured Barrens, attack, and pass the turn. Oh, no, I miscalculated a little bit. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit longer than I thought. So we might actually just crack the Clue and Pestilence for 2. And yeah, I'm definitely, after seeing all these bridges, which makes sense, I kind of figured they would have a lot of bridges. They just didn't draw them last time. After seeing all these bridges, if we do go to a game 3, I'm going to bring in Dust to Dust. Okay, if we untap, we should win. But they have Fling and a lot of damage. So we might actually just be dead anyways. Maybe I was supposed to Kor Skyfisher Crossroads here and gain the life. Yeah, bolt us down to 24, and now we're in range. Oh, we might not be, because they have a lot of lands, too. So I don't know, Lightning Bolt, okay, I don't know how much the curve is for. I guess it doesn't really matter. If they're just going to cast it, it will show me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This makes 19. They can take our cast down here. Sure. I want to double check. Okay, no, we already, yeah, it's 20. So we can Pestilence. Oh, we even Pestilence for 1? They could have Lightning Bolt. So I think we do not Pestilence at all. And then I just Chainer's Edict. Okay, so they counterspell this. Okay, great, because now we can Edict again. Attack in for 2 more. So they used the counterspell. What do you think of Dawnbringer Cleric in place of Lone Missionary? I think that's a fantastic idea. There are definitely differences between the cards. Lone Missionary obviously gives you more life, and it's also a faster clock. Being a 2/1, it attacks much better. So it I feel like Lone Missionary works fairly well with the Pestilence. Uh-oh. We might just be dead now. Oh, it's a 22! We're not dead. They need Bolt to kill us. Okay. Going for combat. Oh, actually, no, we can't hit them. I just remembered that's not going to work because this is multicolored. Okay, we did not get punished there. That could have hurt a lot. I'm going to play Thraben Inspector and pass the turn. And if they try to fling, we have Pestilence win. Yeah, so Dawnbringer Cleric. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That works. It gives you a lot of options, and I really like those options. Being able to destroy an enchantment or exile a card from the graveyard, I think it's definitely worth checking out. Okay. If they had Bolt, they would have used it. I'm going to block here, because otherwise we're dead. Okay. And on end step, I'm going to Pestilence for 1. Sure. I don't know what they have in hand anymore, besides I know they have Fling. So yeah, Pestilence for 1. Oh no, that's 25. Cancel. I cannot Pestilence for 1 here. If I do, I'm dead. Because this is a lethal Fling. Alright, so I gotta untap and hope that I draw untapped Black Source. Basic Swamp. Duress is not enough. They fling in response, and I don't have the mana to Pestilence for lethal. Good job. Okay, so yeah, let's bring in Dust to Dust. Yeah, if only we had gotten some Prismatic Strands. I'm going to take out a Guardian here. The Guardians aren't actually very good in this matchup. Chainer's Edicts aren't very good either. Wouldn't mind actually the extra Cop Red. Maybe I should have kept 1 Guardian to keep the Pestilence on the board. Cool match, though. Yeah. Well, the problem is, if I Pestilence in response to the second curve, then my life total goes down low enough so when I have the last Pestilence on the stack, they fling and kill me. Yeah, it's all good. Dust to dust? No. I think I should have actually played Lone Missionary there, because I don't really want to bring this back to my hand. Gaining life is actually pretty good. I would like some dust to dust. Oh, they're going to bolt the one that is not attacking? Okay. It is a faster clock, so makes sense. Cleansing Wildfire. Start ramping. Yeah, Cleansing Wildfire is a perfect addition to this opponent's deck. Spare supplies. Sure. Cast that, draw a card. Get a cast down. I think I'll just play the other Thraben Inspector pass. Another Wildfire, draw a card, ramp. Where are those dust to dust? Duress. Oh, Duress is a pretty good one. Okay, they're going to Brainstorm to protect cards from their hand. Probably still be able to hit something. Let's see what they leave for me. Oh, Lightning Bolt my Thraben Inspector. Jeez. What do they have left? Duress, cast down, and inventory. Their inventory is like kind of bad. I think I take down Duress here. Just because, like, taking Frantic Inventory when it's the first one is generally just bad. Second, third, and fourth one, that's great. First one's bad. Alright, let's draw cards. Spare supplies. Draw some more cards. Hey, that's a good one. So the question is, do we throw it out? We basically know what their hand is. Yeah, I think I throw that down now. Okay, there's the inventory. No, they drew Counterspell with the Frantic Inventory. Draw one card, they drew Counterspell. Not happy about that. I think I'm going to play the Swamp so I can draw a card with spare supplies. Oh, that was Brainstorm to protect Counterspell. And they knew it was there, so they knew they were going to draw the card. Okay, that makes sense. Yep. Good point, Fesson family. And we just don't have any kind of a clock here. So I'm just attacking in for 1 damage a turn. This is not enough. Another Duress. They might just cast down the Thraben Inspector here, and then we're left with taking basically nothing. Yeah, Chainer's Edict. Interesting deck. I'm going to put this down, and I think I'm going to return the Scoured Barrens, gain an extra life. Oh, pieces of the puzzle. Puts Chainer's Edict and Brainstorm down, so they have Ponder Preordain. Chooses to shuffle. And another Wildfire. Can I get a Dust to Dust? Wouldn't even be all that great at this point. Omen of the Dead. Okay. Gets back Thraben Inspector, draw a card. I want to do this now so I can play the Thraben Inspector, potentially. I mean, Pestilence, if we play it, would just get, would just leave the battlefield, right? Because there's no creatures down? Yeah. Not too happy with this. Kor Skyfisher would have been so good with Omen of the Dead. And now we just have nothing to return with it. Feels bad. I don't think we even cast it, honestly. They just have Chainer's Edict to kill it. So I want to get some value out of this card if we're going to use it. Another one. They have the 2 Edicts. So bad. Oh, and they lightning bolt it anyway. Like, nah, I got these Chainer's Edicts in the yard. I'm not even going to use them. I got lightning bolt. I mean, we play Pestilence, we just immediately lose it. I could dome them for a few damage, but I don't know that that's even worth it. You get 5, 6, put them to 9. Not that great. I guess I could, like, play Pestilence, shoot for a bunch, then play Kor Skyfisher, return it. Lucky. Very lucky. Lightning Bolt us, so we're actually dead. If they have Serpent Fling. GG. Okay, well there you have it. Opponents showed us a really cool deck, and they showed us how you win. Boo Earns managed to get a 2-0 start and then just crash and burn. Long matches of Magic, though. Every match of Magic was 3 games. GG's. Think that we could have been doing a lot better there if we'd had any kind of a clock. Our deck is rather slow when it comes to actually reducing the opponent's life total to 0, and definitely felt the burn there. All in all, the deck was definitely a lot of fun to play if you're into a Pestilence kind of a deck. If you're into, a mid-range strategy, then this is definitely an interesting one. You've got lots of powerful options. You have some of the best removal in the format. You're also playing Prismatic Strands, which is one of the premier surprise cards. The surprise value on Prismatic Strands can actually absolutely break games, being able to prevent all, red damage, for example, when your opponent's trying to cast Fling. And then they, just lose 2 cards for half of our card. Seems pretty good. All in all, definitely a great option if you're looking for a mid-range strategy that's able to take care of whatever the opponent is doing. And it's got some really nice synergies. We didn't do fantastic with it today, but definitely a fan of the deck style.